The city of Miami is in full mode of recovery. Since this morning, teams are out on the street, and we will giving details. 72% of the city of Miami is without power at this moment, and the main concern is the roads. The roads need to be clear. We have thousands of trees down.
So the biggest thing that we want our residents to understand is that it is still dangerous to be out in the street. And for us to clean streets and do so in a safe way, it is best not to have people driving around, looking at what's happening, etc. So if you really don't have business to be out in the street at this time, if you don't have an urgent need, try to stay home.
Our main mission is to make sure that our critical infrastructures are protected, that we're able to get police and fire where they're able to get to, and we've got teams scattered out. They're going to be operating until we get all the arteries clear.
If you're out there and you see power lines, please do not approach any of the debris that's near the power lines, because we do not know if they're still alive. You can be greatly injured by those power lines.
Yeah, I mentioned that I was going to talk about the cranes. Fortunately, they came down on the buildings that were being constructed. They did not strike any of the surrounding buildings, and nobody was hurt. But for sure, we as a commission, we as a city are going to look into legislation and regulations and practices for the future about how these cranes are during a storm.
Once immediately when we found out what sites had collapsed tower cranes, the general contractors were called. We've asked them for a plan of how to secure the tower cranes, the arms from collapsing down. Also requested them to immediately get ready a structural engineer report on damage to the buildings.
People think it's back to normal. It's not back to normal. People need to know lights, traffic lights are not working. When you come to a corner, you got to stop like if it was four stops taking place. Got to make sure. We don't want anybody to get hurt now after we've been very successful in not getting anyone hurt. So please be careful when you come to a corner. Look at it as a four-stop corner.
Please have patience. Please, please, please have patience. 70-something% of the city of Miami does not have electricity. We have an FPL representative here. They're focused, number one, on fire stations, police stations, hospitals, then the major thoroughfares, and then the neighborhoods. So it may be a while. So once again, please have patience.
One of the things that I've gotten a lot of calls about is people that left town, that left to Tampa, that left to where they went to other parts of the state or of the country, asking when can they come home. Right now, we have to focus on getting our roadways clear. We have to focus on reestablishing power. So give us an opportunity to clear out some of those roadways, give FPNL an opportunity to do its job, and then you can come back.
Right now, Brickell Avenue was found to be dry. We do have a drainage pump station that seems to have operated appropriately. As we all saw on the news yesterday, there was a significant amount of storm surge that basically went over the sea walls along Biscayne Bay. So right now, once that water receded and the tides came down, the road basically dried itself.